To properly install a window, these are some of the tools required to do it. To cut the window hole requires us to have the track saw track, the track saw, some levels. Once the window framing has been cut, we need to prep the window hole. That requires us to have some caulking guns, some liquid flash. This is the primer, plastic trowels to smooth out the liquid flash, and then we'll use the screw gun and the screws to install the window. So now that we've indicated our window opening via these lines, we've double checked that the window fits within the spot. It's time to attach the track to cut the window hole. Keep in mind to start from the right, do the right vertical line first, then the left, so when you put your ladder on the wall, it's supported through the hole. Now that the track is installed, we want to check the depth of the cut of the track saw. This track saw, the depth rating is here. It's in millimeters. We know our sheathing is a 1/2 inch thick, so if we set our depth to 30 millimeters, we'll go through by about 15 millimeters. So carefully line the saw up on the track. And that's the first side. We've attached the top track on the line ready for the cut. And we've also installed a 2x4 across the hole just for added safety for the ladder. And then you're ready to cut. Like that. Okay, now that the two sides have been completed, the vertical and the top, it's time to do the third side, which is just a repeat of the other two. Just like that. Now we've installed our bottom track on the bottom, right on the line. We've installed temporary brace with 3 screws, one on the outside, one in the middle, and one on the outside again. That's to hold the piece that we're cutting out until we're ready to remove it. And here we go. Take the track off so we don't, something goes bad, at least it doesn't break the track. I got it, Brian. So do you want to record taking it out? Oh, it's recording? Oh. And then we just remove the chunk like this. Now that the window hole has been cut open and all the dirt and dust has been cleaned up, it's time to prime the area with the paint thinner. Simple. We only need to go about 4 inches around the window on the face and on the jamb. The paint thinner evaporates really quick. You don't have to worry about it drying before the application of the liquid flashing. The next step is to install the drainage plane. It gets installed in here, flush to the outside of the sheathing. But first we want to apply one continuous bead of liquid flashing on the bottom of the sill to stop any air getting in underneath that board. Once the beads have been applied, simply install the board and attach with 2 fasteners, one on each end.
What is that product made of, Brian?
This product is made of a lap siding that we've ripped to be the exact width of the wall assembly. Now, once that's installed, we continue with the liquid flashing. We want to cover the whole bottom up the sides a minimum of 6 inches and wrap around the face of the exterior wall a minimum of 2 inches. What I like to do is start on the 6-inch side and just do like a S pattern with the liquid flashing. Then across the bottom. And then up 6 inches on this side. Once you've got it on like that, use a simple plastic trowel and smooth it out so there's no space between the liquid flashing. We're looking for 100% coverage. If you require more of the liquid flashing, you can add it at any time. and you want to ensure 100% coverage. Next step is to install the window. Some windows come with a bracket that we can clip onto. This window did not come with the brackets. Therefore, we like to use the Simpson strong ties in replacement. These get screwed on to the edge, and then that is our mounting spot for the installation. Very important that we only use 5/8 long inch screws so it does not go through the whole window. These are attached at 2 per corner, one on the top and one on the side. Once your liquid flash has been installed, it's a great idea to use the same sloped sill piece to level out on each corner as shim blocks. Then this is a 2-person job, one on the inside, one on the outside. Lift the window up, set it on the blocks.
Just a sec, Brian. All right.
Ensure the window is centered in the hole. Yep, that should be good there. And then, because of our exterior finishes, we know we want to set the window 1.5 inches away from the sheeting. To ensure a accurate depth setting, I prefer to use a block instead of a measuring. So what we do is we just line that up so it's flush on this side, and we're good to screw bottom corner this side.
Still good, Brian?
Still good. Next, we want to ensure that the window is both plumb and level. And in this case, because our framing sill is level, our window is perfectly plumb and perfectly level. Now, we want to check the depth on this side. I'm gonna go in just a touch. Right there, yeah, go ahead.
It is home.
It is in. And then we'll go to the top corner and we'll set our depth of the window. Yeah, I'm good here.
Good. Still okay?
Yeah. And then the last corner, we'll set the depth again, right there.
Sorry, Brian. Still okay, or back it off some?
Back it off a touch. Yeah, right there. Okay. Yep. Now we'll double check the plumb and level of the window. That is perfectly plumb and perfectly level. Another important fact is to double check the squareness of the window. Easiest way to achieve that is measure corner to corner. In this case, we've got 58 7/16. And then this way, we have 58 7/16. Next step is to double check the operation of the window.
Just 1 second, Brian. One more screw. Okay. Unlocking and opening. Very smooth.
So for an awning window, we want it to open up easily and freely and then close up, and we're watching the reveal between the window and the window jamb to make sure it's even all the way around.
Lock.
Which it is. And the lock works smoothly. It's a great installation. The typical installation, we have a nailing fin. This window does not have a nailing fin because we're wanting the window to be proud of the sheathing, which would exceed the nailing fin. So now we have to tape the bottom of the window up the sides and across the top. And because we want the window tape to come 3/4 of an inch onto the actual window itself. So this is best done with 2-person. and you want to exceed the width of the tape where it's going to come past on the bottom. Do you have enough on your side?
I do, Brian. I have about 5 inches. Okay, I'm folding it back on the top, 3/4 of an inch.
About 3/4 of an inch, and then we'll set it up. Can I have some? You must have
you
a
can.
lot past.
To you.
Yeah, there you go.
You're happy?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm starting in the center.
yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
And
Oh, did we bring the spreader?
here we go.
And then to adhere the tape, we use the trowel to pressure it on from the center, working to the edges. Do you want to finish your end?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Brian.
And then I'm going to cut this right here to allow it to go up the side of the window, which will be covered by the next strip of tape. And then it's always easiest to have the person at the bottom hold the roll. We'll do this side first, and I'll bring it up. And in this case, we do not need to exceed the width of the tape higher.
You're okay?
We want to be under the width of the tape.
You're good,
I'm
Brian?
good right there. Yep. And then we'll fold it over the 3/4 of an inch,
Yes, sir.
and I'll pinch it here in the middle just to ensure.
You said it. You're okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, right there.
I'll give you this.
Yeah, I'm just sticking it on a little bit first. And then we want to work the tape, pressure adhere it onto both the wall and the window. And then cut the tops flush to the top of the window, so when we come around with the other piece, it ensures a watertight barrier. Oh,
Very sticky.
very sticky.
Okay, you've got that?
I have it in the right location.
Right there, Brian?
Yeah, as long as you cover the bottom of the previous tape, you're fine. Okay, so fold it over 3/4 of an inch.
Yes, sir.
And let me pinch it.
Are you
Oh,
okay?
hold on, no.
Right there, Brian?
I think so, yep. Right there. Can you pass me the, oh, I have the pressure, this, both the wall and the window. Okay, and cut it on the top. Now it's easiest to cut the tape down on the ground on the bottom before we pull it up, and you want to go past your existing vertical tape.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
All you.
Can you hold this tape for a second?
Yes, sir.
That's
got
up
it.
to me. Once again, we're going to pinch it 3/4 of an inch down so we ensure it hits the top of the window and we're on to the existing sides of the tape. And then press it on. Can you pass me the knife? And cut the sides vertical so it overlaps properly. And then pressure it onto both the wall and the window. And that's how we water seal a window from the outside with no nailing fin. Now that the outside has been all sealed up, we're ready to put the window and door all-weather foam in. First step, shake it vigorously for a solid 30 seconds. Once you've achieved shaking it, we want to stitch each corner approximately 6 inches, and you want the foam to go to the very outside where the nailing fin is, or the tape in this case. So you start on the bottom, you fill it up. You want to make sure you get it behind the screw fin that we put on, and we're looking for about a 1 inch depth of foam. So on the sides, on the bottom, and then on the top sides. Approximately 6 inches both ways. Next step is to close the foam gun and wait until that foam has completely hardened. Best practice is wait till the next day to do another continuous bead 1 inch thick between where you just spotted your foam in, all the way around, and then the following day do a continuous bead all the way, ensuring we don't stick past the edge of the window.
It is now the following day and the foam's been set up for 24 hours. We foamed on the 4 corners for 6 inches, as well as foaming in the center. I can tell the foam has been set up because the foam is solid to the touch, it's not pasty, and it is structurally bonding to the window frame. Now we're going to foam the remaining sections, filling in the window as close to the exterior as possible. We want to make sure that the window operates functionally before we open it. If the window is tough or tight, now is the time to adjust it. Unlatch the latch, open them, close it, and make sure that relock's in place. The window is functioning as it should be. Now we're ready to refoam. So the foam has been kept warm and indoors. Shake the foam for another 30 seconds. You want to make sure that you get the full yield out of the can. Another important thing to notice is I'm using a professional foam gun. The disposable cans are not efficient or functional for doing a proper job. You need to have professional equipment, such as a foam gun. It's important also to leave the cans of foam, even if they're empty, on the gun until it's time to exchange the foam. Open up your screw at the bottom of the foam gun and commence on foaming. You can see I'm trying to reach in as far as possible on the window, and I'm doing a side-to-side movement. Essentially, I'm stitching the foam in place. The goal is to eliminate any air infiltration from the exterior to the interior. By stitching the foam as we did before on the corners and on the centers, we're eliminating the opportunity for the window to bow into place. And those are the steps to properly install a window into a new framed opening, as well as foaming it in place.